What's up, everybody? This is Mike Manzer with another Manzer Faust Productions video. And it's that time of month again. Let's do an unboxing. So this is the package for the month of March. And it came pretty early this time. I mean, maybe something happened the last couple of months with shipping, and I ended up getting mine a little bit later than I should as a subscriber, but it's no fault of them, you know. So it came early this month. I'm excited, happy to dive into this. So first up, something I'm really excited about. I was kind of late to getting this. A lot of people have probably already shown it, but Vinegar Syndrome has a new publishing company for books. I guess they're doing some comics and stuff. So I went ahead and ordered the New York Ninja comic, which is really good, which is really cool. You know, I haven't read it yet, obviously, but I'm excited to dive into that. I love the movie. If you don't know, New York Ninja is a film that Vinegar Syndrome did a restoration of. It had no audio track, I believe. And they had some, you know, famous faces from throughout their catalog, and friends of theirs and stuff come through and do the voices and kind of resurrect this pretty much lost gem of a 80s style, you know, kung fu action epic. So very cool. And just make sure I get everything organized as I want. So I'm gonna do this as usual, do main releases and partner labels. First up, we got the 4K of Primal Rage. I didn't look into a lot of these before recording, but very cool. Excited about this. I believe this is, yeah, it's a Italian American co-production. Really excited to get into that, and it's a nice 4K. They always kill it on the 4Ks. So next up, we got the multi-film set for this month, which is Mexican Gothic, the films of Carlos Enrique Taboada. I don't know, I'm bad at pronouncing names. I didn't even try. So I'm excited to get into this. I've liked a lot of the Mexican releases they've done so far. I really loved Infernal Rapist a few months ago, just over-the-top craziness. Comes with a nice booklet, which is always a good thing. I think the two 4Ks come with a booklet as well, but I don't waste your time by opening the actual movies on camera. If there, you know, at some point I'll come back and talk about these. And then the final of their main lineup, Freeway 2, Confessions of a Trick Baby, the follow-up to the amazing release from last year of the original Freeway. And yeah, I'm excited to dig into this because this one has been told to me by many people is superior film, which I'll be surprised at how superior it is, but I'm excited to dig into it. The first one was my release of the year. So, and now let's dive into the partner label titles. First up, we got a new label called XYZ Films. We got Hypochondriac. I love this artwork. This is a newer film, I believe. Yeah, 2022. I believe it's, I think it's in English. It's about a young Hispanic artist going through like some problems with his mentally ill mother, who he's been estranged from for a decade, I guess. It just looks very interesting. You know, young filmmakers. I'm excited to dive into that more. So one of the ones I'm really excited this month, once I saw that this was dropping, I had to order it automatically. Big reggae buff, and this is right up my alley. We got The Upsetter, the life and music of Lee Scratch Perry. Got a nice little back to it. And I love that artwork, the real cool, like, classic reggae look. Lee Scratch Perry, of course, is the founder of The Upsetters. He did a lot of production work with a lot of Studio One groups. I don't remember if he worked on these in the 60s and 70s, but he did a bunch of recordings of, or remixes and stuff of the early Wailers material, and it's just top tier stuff. A lot of the early Bob Marley material as well, so really digging into that. I was a huge fan of Lee Scratch Perry. Still am. I think he passed away a couple of years ago, but I'm really interested in digging into that. Another great documentary that just came out from Utopia. This is Meet Me in the Bathroom, and this is about the, I believe, the New York indie music scene in the early 2000s. So you got bands like The Strokes, LCD Sound System, Interpol, TV on the Radio, the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, and the Moldy Peaches. And I'm really big into The Strokes, and I like a lot of what I've heard from like LCD Sound System. I haven't heard Interpol since like they were big in the early 2000s, but I'm really interested in digging into this. Really like Utopia's documentaries. They've been very good at them recently. And another great Utopia. Now this one I got mostly as just like a curiosity piece. It's not really a subject. I should say the subjects of this documentary are not people that I'm in a fandom with or anything like that, but it's an interesting snapshot of a scene going on kind of currently, but it was really big around 2017, 2018, and I was doing my own kind of like trap influence project called Safe Word at that time, so I'm not really listening to a lot of this stuff. The inspirations were coming from elsewhere, but I kind of want to dig into this, see what some of these I find interesting, and that's American Rapstar. This is a film about the mid 2010s to late 2010s SoundCloud kind of emo rap and noise rap and all the other kind of stuff going on. Little Xan, Little Pump, Smoke Perp, XXXTentacion, Little Peep. And yeah, like I said, I'm not really a big fan of these artists, but I'm interested in digging into that documentary. I like a lot of those kind of pieces on that kind of stuff, you know. So excited about that. Do a little rearranging here. Another documentary, and this one I couldn't pass up. I was a big gamer in the 90s, and you know, I'm not really big on a lot of ETR documentaries as of late, and this one's probably just like a pretty cheap thrown together film, but I mean the packaging sold me as well, and that is Goldenera. Look at that awesome reproduction of an old N64 cartridge. Got the back of a slip with some info, and the actual case is the cartridge for an N64. So this is cool, and I love GoldenEye, so this is definitely a piece of like nostalgia to dig into, and pretty exciting. This one came out a few months ago from Yellow Veil, and I wanted to get this because I really loved the other film from this director, Perry Blackshear, and that was They Look Like People. And just great slow burn, kind of hangout film, but really has this like bubbling menace beneath it. So I was really excited about that film. And this is looking like it's going to be a lot of similar vibes later on in his career, of course. And this one is called When I Consume You. And on the back, it's got the little blurb from the director of They Look Like People. That is the cover. So yeah, this is from 2021. So this is definitely like a more recent film from this director. I'm not sure if it has a lot of the same people involved in it, but like I said, I love They Look Like People so much. I'm really excited to see what he's doing more recently. And then the last of this month's big announcements, and I'm really excited about this. This is from what I know, this is the final Fun City additions to be part of the OCN distribution company, which is fine, you know. They're going on to greener pastures, can't knock them for that. And they went out with a banger. I have not seen this film yet, but I'm excited about it because it is a remake of one of my all-time favorite films of all time. That is Breathless with Richard Gere, I believe, 1983. And this is, of course, a remake of the French New Wave classic from '58, I believe, Breathless, Jean-Luc Godard. Probably one of my all-time favorite movies, definitely in my top 10, and it's just a gorgeous film. And I have never seen this, you know, I don't think it's been very readily available on disc formats, so I'm really excited to dig into that, and should be a good time. So, some back, 3 more releases. These are some former, I think they're all from last year, pretty sure. This is one from Canadian International Pictures, and this one's called The Ernie Game. I love these Canadian International Pictures discs. The only other one I have at this point is the Buster Keaton Rides Again set, which was awesome, and it also has a great documentary on it called Helicopter Canada. If you haven't checked out that release, totally get on it. It's amazing. So the reason I picked this up, I don't know much about the film. It looks interesting. It has like, you know, vibes of Taxi Driver, Midnight Cowboy, kind of a 60s style kind of thing. I think it was made in the 60s, if I'm not wrong. But what I really was sold on this was the inclusion of a documentary. They always put shit tons of cool special features on this, and this one has the documentary Ladies and Gentlemen, Mr. Leonard Cohen. And I love Leonard Cohen. Big Leonard Cohen fan, so I really want to check that out. I believe I've seen it before, but don't remember. There's a bunch of Leonard Cohen documentaries out there throughout the years, so I want to check that out. And yeah, I like a lot of this Canadian stuff, you know, underrepresented Canadian films, all about it. So this is one I've had on my radar for a while. Looks really cool. Kind of gives me a little bit of the Lives of Others kind of vibes. Great, like, I think it was a German film I saw in theaters that was just blew me away. It was also a big, like, I think it won like an international Oscar, whatever. But I believe this is from this is from 1967, and it is The Unknown Man of Shandigor. So this looks very, very cool. Forget where this is. I believe this is French. But yeah, it's like mid 1960s Cold War spy thriller. Uh, Very cool. I like a lot of those like 60s spy films. I think that was like probably the best time for those. So I'm really looking forward to digging into that. And last but not least, also from Deaf Crocodile, also was a big release I kind of slept on last year. And luckily still had some copies available. I picked up Delta Space Mission, and this is a Romanian film. I love this like animation style. Not really sure how you define it. I think it's rotoscope, but it's from 1984. And they also have another film. I forget what it's called, but it's the same style, also made in Romania, that Deaf Crocodile recently put out. So gonna have to jump on that pretty soon. And that'll be it for this video. I got some stuff to watch. Still haven't finished my gigantic pile from last month, but that's how it always goes, you know. So I'll be back on Monday to talk about some recent records and watches and stuff. Got a new series kind of dedicated to that I'll be coming out with week by week or every couple of weeks. We'll see. And yeah, so if you want to follow me on social media, I am the Hordes of Manzerfaust on Instagram, and that's it. So this is Mike Manzer with Manzerfaust Productions, reminding you to support physical media, fuck streaming, and stay fucking metal.